I see. Dead people. Freak. You freak. You fucking freak. Wouldn't that have been awesome in this movie? What the fuck? Creep?
Welcome to the Review, a show where two small-town dudes give you our big, dead opinions. I am a Troy to the max extreme.
I'm Stuttering Stanley!
Shut up, you freak! That teacher would be fired.
Yeah.
How
did he get away with that?
I don't know.
I don't give a shit what that kid said. You don't call kids a freak.
We are still going over some M. Night Shymalan movies.
We need to reaffirm our faith in his movie making abilities.
So we decided to end our run with what
kicked it off.
What really blew him up.
Yeah. What is the thing that we can hold responsible for having us sit through glass?
Yeah. So we are doing Sixth Sense today.
Yes.
The Bruce Willis, Haley Joel Osment joint.
Yeah.
That really springboarded M. Night Shyamalan into the world-renowned households, making him a name there throughout. That was a long-winded way to put it, but household name is what I wanted to say.
Luckily for you, I'm an expert at that.
I'm glad you followed me at least. So let's just jump right into the Sixth Sense, shall we?
Yes.
Debuting August 6th of the 1999.
Ooh, wow, summer release.
Yeah,
I thought it would come out because I thought it was trying to be Oscar baity and would come out later in that year, but maybe, yeah.
Well, late.
Get that summer.
Mid-late summer. With a budget of $40 million.
Oh, boy.
Domestically made $293.5 million.
Well, that's a lot.
Worldwide raking in $672.8 million.
Getting that more than half a bill.
He raked it in during this movie.
Especially off of a $40 million one. My God.
My goodness. That's like Blumhouse money, bruh. My God, man. Except for the last movie that came out through that. Glass.
Go back and check that one out. Check out that review out.
Yeah, check that last week.
We still found a way to yell at each other, even over things that we just don't like.
Rotten Tomatoes has this movie at 85%, IMDb at an 8.1 out of 10, and Metacritic at 64%.
Okay.
Those are the big three.
Yeah. Well, Troy.
Shit.
Beat you to it.
I was almost going to spout it out.
What happened in The Sixth Sense?
Bruce Willis plays a child psychiatrist. Somehow the best in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And he is on a mission to crack the case of what's happened to little Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
See if he can fix what ails him in that little kid's brain of his, to see what is really driving him crazy.
Yeah.
And turns out little kid sees dead people.
Might actually be dead people.
Oh my God. So how does Bruce Willis react to this? Well, then he had the Sixth Sense.
He develops a Sixth Sense?
he does. JT, were you culturally aware of the Sixth Sense when it was coming out in 1999?
I want to say I think I saw it.
I don't think I did see it until it was out on video. But I was aware that it took the world by storm.
Yeah. I want to say I think I saw it, but I thought it was boring until the ending.
Being that it did come out 19 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about spoilers or anything like that.
No, I'm not.
But yeah. I was actually surprised.
It's literally the movie that people spoil because it's funny.
Yeah. I was actually surprised because I haven't seen this in probably 17, 18 years.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time either.
That line is brought up like less than halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well then where does it go from here? Because I thought that was more of like a third act type thing leading into the finale.
Yeah. I remember the line is in the trailer for the movie, though. I remember when the trailer came out.
Oh, yeah. Like, that would be the
That
hook.
was like the big thing about the trailer was that it ends with Haley Joel Osment saying, I see dead people. And it's like, oh my God, what is it? Is he crazy?
And what I also, I mean, maybe it was just the saturation of us being in the Unbreakable universe for a while.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot that M. Night Shyamalan does, like, horror more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, horror suspense.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, almost kind of the rest. Well, I'm not going to say the rest of his filmography, but that's what he got his hooks into first. And there were parts in this I found actually really disturbing.
Yeah, no, I thought, like, the way he built up, like, the ghosts, like, the ghost universe in this was really well done. Like, he gives you, like, small breadcrumbs of like these like ghosts throughout until like he gets like in like the second half of the movie where like he's showing them head on where you're like, holy shit, this is this kid's life, right? Where you're like, God, no wonder he's fucked up.
Yeah, no shit. And like just the fact that like nobody else believes him at all and just fucking pesters him, like it almost like it made me crawl out of my skin when he was like going up to the top of that spiral staircase because he hears like something like trying to bang out of that closet door. Yeah. And he's like, I don't want any piece of that shit, but he's just standing there looking at it and those two kids force him in there and he like ends up like having a panic attack and like passing out
and
in
it's
there.
Like so and he's like yelling some fucked up shit too, or like he's like yelling about how he doesn't want to be hung for stealing a horse or something. Yeah. Where it's like Jesus. But it's like literally like because it's a ghost, they could literally be from any era.
Right.
Like, you could literally just be hearing like someone from like the 1800s being like, I took your horse, motherfucker. I don't want to
hung my horse.
Yeah, you hung my horse. What is he? Did someone hang a horse in the 1800s?
I hope they did.
Oh God.
But yeah, you get like that, and you get sweet 70s ghosts with bell bottoms and everything.
Oh yeah.
You get current ghosts. It's like it runs the gamut of ghosts and goats.
Yeah, was there any goat ghosts?
I hope so. Maybe it hung a goat.
I honestly thought that dog was a ghost for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because the first time they show him, the mom just like throws like a sweater over him and doesn't really look at him. I never really thought he was. The only time I didn't think he was a ghost, like when it got to like. The mom was like, "Oh my gosh, he's in the wall or something," because like there was like a ghost that shows up or whatever and scares him or whatever. But I was like, I think that dog's a ghost.
Ooh, ghost dog.
Yeah,
it makes this movie way more interesting. No,
because the mom like doesn't even like really like admonish that he's in the room for like a big part of this movie.
Yeah, I guess I would never have put that together, even if that was like a subtle thing that they never really brought up. But it's like, oh, it is a ghost dog.
Yeah. Well, the first time they show him, the mom like throws like a sweater into the laundry basket, and he like throws it right on top of the dog that's just like standing there.
Right.
So that's a dick move to do if that's an actual dog.
Right. But what the big twist of the movie is that everyone knows is that Bruce Willis is actually dead in this.
Oh, son of a bitch, Troy! I literally turned this movie off like 5 minutes before it ended.
Ah, shoot!
Everything makes so much more sense now.
Makes more sense.
Like why his wife just didn't talk to him for no reason.
So that. Going in on a rewatch and knowing that, it's fun to pick out, but then it also raises like a lot of questions if you think about it too hard. Because we were thinking about this talking about this before we kind of started recording.
Yeah,
that like how much time does Bruce Willis's character like spend with his wife?
Not a lot,
but like he's like okay. So there's like certain points in time where like. What were you doing right up before this?
Yeah.
There's that one scene where he's sitting in the same room as Haley Joel Osment's mom, and you're like, did you just find it weird that she never talked to you that whole time? Like,
Yeah.
it's like things like that, if like that make it like world breaking if you think
Yeah.
about it too hard. But like maybe it's a thing where he can like just drift in and out and he doesn't realize he's going in and out.
Well,
of
and
there.
they even say that like people that are ghosts on Earth are like they pretty much see what they want to see. Like maybe it could also be something where it's like you remember what you want to remember.
Right. I would take it like that because that would be very odd if he's just strolling through life like normal, and like going home to his wife who never talks to him day after day, doesn't even like like at some points walks through him. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
And you never
here?
and like one of the cool things in this, you never see Bruce Willis open a door in the whole movie. You never see him open a door. I even like paid attention. Like they'll show him walk towards a doorway, but they'll cut right before he opens the door.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I never realized that because he goes to open his like wine cellar door a few times, but you never see him.
Yeah, he never opens it. And then when he's like going in and out of like his house, or if he's walking into a building, like they'll cut right before he gets to the door to open it.
Huh. I didn't realize that. I did remember the fact though that like it was a tell that he never has any different clothes on.
Yeah, the only clothes he wears throughout the whole movie are like those clothes that he wears in that first scene.
Right. The
sweater, the coat, and the light blue shirt.
Right. And different combinations of that. So I was like, but I knew that going in, so I was just watching. I'm like, oh man, they have a huge attention to detail here, which I find really awesome compared to like what we were watching before.
Yeah, where it's just like, just make it work, motherfuckers.
So like I was pleasantly surprised going through The Sixth Sense. Like it had Haley Joel Osment was great as like a kid actor. Mm-hmm. It had Bruce Willis in here giving a shit.
Yeah. I know, like he plays a child psychologist really well too, where like you can tell that he's professional, but like he still has like those things that you can see would really work with a kid to get them to open up.
Yeah.
Where it's even like, okay, this kid doesn't want to like talk to me. What if I like put it in terms of, do you want to play a game?
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, I could see that working with a kid.
Right. And there's like two moments in this where like he's actually like laughing and smiling, which I haven't seen in a movie since.
What the fuck, Bruce Willis? Like, you experience joy?
It's fucked up when you see it though. It's like, I haven't seen this in 20 years.
Yeah.
It's messed up. This is also the last movie he actually has with his long hair too.
Yeah.
Because after this he
just
cuts
goes
off
completely bald.
Right, yeah. So there you go. It's an end of an era.
Yeah. Maybe all of his talent was in his hair.
He's like the Samson of actors.
Yeah. Because you brought up when we did Unbreakable, like my big gripe with Unbreakable was that I thought the acting wasn't that good. And like we brought up, I was like, oh, maybe because it wasn't that good because like M. Night Shyamalan was kind of like riding off of the whole like, well, Sixth Sense is very low key, so maybe they're trying to be low key with Unbreakable. And I thought the acting in this was actually really well done.
Yeah, hand over fist. I thought it was really.
Like
well
I was
done.
like, what? So then I was like, what the fuck happened with Unbreakable? Then
well, like I still hold true that Unbreakable was still going for like a different tone than this.
Yeah.
So I don't find it bad, but like it's like night and day.
Yeah.
Of like this movie compared with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
To any other film.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I was like, man, like he actually is an actor.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck happened?
I don't know.
What happened to him? Who hurt you, Bruce?
He got comfortable doing that fucking tough guy role and just never escaped from it. Anyway, that is no good.
Although when I watched Glass, it reminded me of that really cool scene when like he shows the newspaper clipping to his son, and then he does like he has like that sad look on his face, but like he does like the finger to his mouth to be like, I just want to show you because I want to show you that you're right. Like he does like a really cool way of like showing through his face that he's like sad about it, but like he still wants his son to know.
Yeah.
Like I liked that, but rest of Unbreakable, he's just like he's
Mopey.
he's not as sleepwalking as bad as he is in Glass, but Jesus Christ, is he just so melancholy through all of it.
Yeah.
But in this, it's like he actually like shows emotion. Like he actually seems like a guy that a kid would actually open up to at certain points.
Yeah. I enjoyed the horror elements of this.
Yeah.
Because like even all the subtle things, like that opening scene where, well, it's not the very opening scene, but the first scene with Haley Joel Osment in it, where his mom like leaves the room for a second, then comes back and all the drawers and cupboards are open.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
that's kind of creepy. And then when he leaves, like his handprints on the table.
Yeah.
Like all that little stuff is just unsettling enough that like puts you in a weird frame of mind.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And all that stuff is like a pretty slow build too, up to like where you are introduced to all these fucked up ghosts.
Right.
Where it's like, shit, they really know. He really knew how to like create an atmosphere and then just really hammer home that this is a fucked up atmosphere when he actually does throw in these ghosts.
Yeah. And having Haley Joel Osment be as young as he is and as like good as he is as an actor.
Yeah.
Like there's some scenes where he's just like by himself and he like sees ghosts and stuff going on and like he's like feels in peril.
Yeah.
Like it put me on edge. Like
Yeah.
I didn't feel good at all. Like the one where he like wakes up to go to the bathroom and then he goes to the kitchen and is that lady who like, look at what he did to me or something like that. And like, I was like, holy fuck, get into your Jesus tent as soon as possible.
I know. And it's like all this shit that he's experiencing is like making him like grow up faster than it should. Like when he has that scene when he's talking to Bruce Willis about like, yeah, I drew a picture in school of a guy stabbing another guy in the neck. Or it's like, Jesus Christ.
I have actually something funny to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
So like, so he did that, and in the movie he said like, yeah, I had to talk to a bunch of people about that, so now I just draw rainbows.
Yeah.
Because nobody talks to me about drawing rainbows.
Yeah.
So like my brother in school had to go and get my parents brought in because he drew a picture of my dad shooting Santa Claus off the roof. Because the Santa Claus with Tim Allen in it had just come out.
Yeah.
And like I think when we were kids we made a joke that like my dad should like knock Santa off so he could become Santa. And so he drew a picture of my dad shooting Santa and my mom and dad had to be called in to school to see if he was all right.
Oh my God. Which brother was it?
It was Dinosaur Neil.
Yes! Oh,
it's so good.
he needs to come back on the show.
Yes, he does.
We need more Dinosaur Neil.
Yeah, shooting Santa. But I also really like the other supporting cast. Like Haley Joel Osment's mom, I think, does a really good job.
Toni Collette.
Yeah,
fucking kicks ass in this.
does really good.
I could have watched all the scenes with her and Haley Joel Osment like all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like Bruce Willis is good in this, but like the strongest scenes are like her and him, where like she really hammers home that she's just a mom that's just like, I don't even know what the fuck to do with you anymore.
Right.
I know something's going on. I don't know. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That would, just thinking about that is like super frustrating. Like as a parent.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want you to be better. And all you gotta do is tell me. But like, you're so fucking terrified.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh my
God. She portrays perfectly like loving frustration.
Yes.
Like even when she hugs him, she's like, I'm hugging you because I love you, but I also just want to squeeze the truth out of you at the same time. It's like, just fucking tell me! Fucking damn it! Like she is so on the end of her rope when it comes to helping him, And then even like being put in situations where like people are looking at her where it's like, are you doing this to him?
Right.
And she's just like, she's getting it from all ends. Like she wants to know what's happening, but she also doesn't want to put across that she's abusing her son. Like
Right.
she is just getting fucked throughout this whole movie.
Right.
And you can feel it in her performance. Like you really feel for her throughout. I thought she was like one of the strongest parts of the movie.
Right. There was actually a part where it jumps back to Bruce Willis's wife in this, where she was gone long enough where I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
Because like you see her in the beginning, and you kind of see like her like on that anniversary date.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of gone for a chunk of the movie. And then when they come back with her in the jewelry store giving that gift to, I guess, her coworker.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this again? And I kind of forgot who it was. And maybe it was because I was also like paused the movie for a little bit to like make dinner for Macy or whatever. But like I came back and I was like, what are we watching here? Who are these two? Oh, right. It's the wife. Forgot they had that whole little subplot thing going on. But all in all together, like the acting is like leaps and bounds, like better than any other M. Night thing that we've seen on this little run that
I
we've
know,
done.
like it's nuts where it's like, what happened to you that you had this movie where all these people are acting their asses off and it's really good, and then for me personally, getting into Unbreakable where it's like it feels like everyone is just like, what's happening? Wait, I don't know David anymore. Why don't we talk more? Like there's so many, like, even like this isn't like completely like in your face. Like The Sixth Sense, like the acting like isn't like completely in your face, but it's like they still find ways to show emotion at least at some points.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like it boggles my mind like seeing this where I was like, I imagined going into this being like it's gonna be like it's gonna be like Unbreakable where it was just everyone kind of feels melancholy, and it's like it's not.
Right. I'm trying to go back and why doesn't it show this before? I went to M. Night Shyamalan's like. Did he not? Oh, never mind. I went to producer. Jesus Christ. Director. There we go. I was like, why isn't it in here? I was trying to see like where it really just takes a dive, and I can't remember where. Because The Sixth Sense is great. He did like 2 movies before it, but they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Unbreakable's after The Sixth Sense, and then Signs. But I thought Signs is still pretty solid. Like, I haven't seen it in a while, but from what I remember, there's not, like, low-key acting. They got, like, Mel Gibson and stuff in there. Then they're, like, actually trying.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to go back and revisit it because I don't think it's as good as I remember it being. Especially with the ending being as dumb as it is.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then The Village. I never finished The Village, but I thought it started strong.
You never finished. Do you know?
I know what the
twist
is. But I never just got
that was the
there.
other one on Netflix where I was like, if we had one more slot, I was gonna bring up that we do The Village, but yeah, I'm not too heartbroken about not doing The Village because I feel like that is definitely one of the definitive M. Night Shyamalan. It rests completely on the ending.
Yes, yeah, and I've never seen Lady in the Water. I heard it's garbage.
Yeah.
The Happening, I know what happens in it, doesn't sound good. And then The Last Airbender. And then After Earth. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, like getting back into The Sixth Sense, one of my favorite ongoing gags throughout the whole movie is Tommy Tomasino.
With the shit child actor?
Yes, I fucking loved that. Even the spot where like they watch his fucking cold medicine commercial.
Right, I did like that too.
Haley Joel Osment like throws something at the TV.
I like that a lot.
I fucking love Tommy Tomasino. And then like at the end when they have the fucking play and he plays the village idiot.
That's a good thread.
Man, Tommy Tomasino, like his ongoing thing throughout is so good. Like he's he's a bully, but he's not really a bully. Like he's just kind of using him. Like he's just like yeah, I'll act like your friend in front of your mom so you can pay me. And then he just kind of treats him like shit. Like he doesn't like bully him, but he just kind of like treats him like shit throughout. And then fucking just resting on this fucking cold medicine commercial that he had.
Right. I liked when he meets up with him outside and he like throws his arm around him and everything. He's like, when they get out of his mom's view.
Did you see that thing I did with my arm?
It's called improv.
Called improv.
That was really good.
I love that. And then like Bruce Willis like at the very end, after the end of the play, where it's like, yeah, Tommy Tomasino sucked. It gets to the point where like everyone's just beating on Tommy Tomasino so bad, where it's like I kind of feel bad for him now.
Yeah, well,
he was a dick throughout, but now everyone's just shitting on him.
Right? Even like on the not the King Arthur play, but the one before it, where Haley Joel Osment says like, "Yeah, Tommy said this place sucked," and then even Bruce Willis like, "Well, he's a punk." It's like I just love that they're shitting on this kid.
I want to see an alternate ending where like Bruce Willis just fucking possesses Tommy Tomasino and then he just beats his head against a wall.
Oh, but yeah, the whole setting to this movie, the characters and like everything about it I thought was super strong.
Yeah. Even like because they still try and like beat into your head that like he's still alive. Like they don't try to reveal that he's dead at all, and like they do that whole thing where his wife is being attracted to another man and you think that it's just because their marriage is rocky.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where it's like, well, do I try and help this kid or do I try and save my marriage? Like And it's all built on this whole thing where like he failed this one kid that killed himself and tried to shoot him. Tried,
right.
Quotations, actually does kill
right.
him. And like it's this whole thing where like he's fighting with what's more important, my ability to help this kid or my ability to maintain my marriage and actually like have a life outside of this instance. Or like I like they kind of played with that where you're like there's so many people that feel like they are so set on their work where they convince themselves they're the only people that can help these people, but in the same sense they ruin their personal lives. And like Bruce Willis kind of turns into that version of that person, even though he thinks he's alive.
Right. Right. It's hard for me to like get into the mindset of seeing this without knowing the twist, because knowing it, like, it's super telling that he's dead the whole time.
Yep, yeah.
But I would love to go in this fresh and like have never known that. And I want to know if like I would have caught on.
And I feel like especially film culture nowadays is so built on like what's the twist that I feel like it wouldn't get away with this today. Like this is definitely like a film of its time where so many plots of movies around this time were so cut and dry that this was the first one where it's like even though it's very apparent to us, like people went into this movie being like, oh, he's still alive.
Yeah.
There's no question that he's still alive because movies will tell you if he's dead. Yeah.
I know spoiler culture is like a lot bigger thing now than it was like in 1999.
Yeah.
But even, I don't know if this movie if it would come out now, if they wouldn't have like, I see dead people in the trailer. I don't know if they would.
But I think this came out in a time where spoiler culture didn't even exist. Like,
yeah, I know. That's
like
what I'm saying.
No,
like,
but this like came out in like a time where it's like it didn't even really matter if people spoiled the movie for you, because it's like every movie kind of had same formula that it stuck to, and it's like, well, Well, I know how this is gonna end. I just want to see what it builds up to in terms of like how it gets there.
Mm,
It's not so like every movie has the same destination. You just there to see how they get there.
right.
And then this one was like, no, this wasn't the destination all along. You were actually going here, and you're like, oh shit, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
And then that's what kind of built from there. Where now movies from then on had to like throw like something in there where it's like, but the twist.
Yeah.
What's the twist?
Probably even especially after this.
Yeah.
Like, having like misdirects and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot of movies before this that had like I'm sure there are, but this is the one that really popularized the whole I didn't see that coming kind of twist.
Yeah, for sure. To the fact that it's like his shtick.
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't have one, people would be like, "What the fuck?" Like an M Night movie without a big reveal. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say than this. Just praise. Like I really enjoyed this movie going back and rewatching it.
Yeah.
Also to the fact too that it was refreshing that I kind of forgot that it was. I know it was a supernatural movie, but I forgot there was like horror elements to this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, like that's really well done. Like some parts were like unsettling to watch.
Yeah.
So what would you? Do you want to jump into the grades?
Sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed it all the way through. The performances were good. The build up I thought was like the best part of this. Like he really found a way to really build up to revealing these ghosts to you. Like for some reason I went into this thing like they kind of like reveal them right away, but they really know how to build piece by piece that you're really figuring out that, oh, he can see dead people, and then when he does see dead people, it's really disturbing and terrifying.
Yeah.
And I thought that the way he builds up to that moment when he actually does start interacting with dead people, I thought was really well done. And I think I'm going to give this like a pretty solid A.
Yeah.
I because I'm so like built to like hate M. Night Shyamalan, I feel like I want to give this a lower grade, but I can't think of reasons to go any lower than an A. I liked it all the way through.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it like an A minus, but I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Like there was very little that I didn't like in it all. Like the only thing is like I do think the movie does hinge on its twist, and with that, it's fun to watch it on a rewatchability factor, like seeing it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
But then after that's done, it's kind of like, oh, like it's kind of like not fun to watch it after that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the fact that you know that he's dead takes away from the scenes that involve Bruce Willis.
Yes.
But the shit with Toni Collette and Haley Joel Osment, I think, are the strongest scenes in the whole movie, where I feel like that's where the rewatchability factor kicks in. Like I could watch those two interact with each other all day. Like they feel like such just an awesome small family. Like you can see the desperation in Toni Collette's eyes, and you can see how much like Haley Joel Osment loves her. And even like there's scenes in here where it's just a throwaway scene of them having fun. Like there's like a random scene where Haley Joel Osment's sitting in a shopping cart and she just runs it down a parking lot, and he puts his arms out like King of the World Titanic style.
Right.
And it's like he's having a blast, and you can see them interacting as like this like small family that actually legit loves each other and has fun. Like they don't continually have like this frustration of I don't know what's wrong with you, I'm miserable. You can see they genuinely love each other.
Right.
And I think that's the real thing that really hits home, that you really want them to work this out. Like, you're not like, God damn it, just get rid of the kid then if you don't fucking love him.
Right.
Like, you can see she genuinely loves him. And I think that's the thing that really hinges on this movie.
I like that small little cart scene quite a bit. But like, because he has such a fucking awful life. And that one like little simple fleeting moment of happiness is like, oh, that makes me feel so good, even though I'm just seeing a ton of hanging horses all around me at all times.
But no, like they still hammer home that he's still a kid.
Yeah, right.
Even all of the weird mature shit that he puts out there that he's experienced and all of the dead people things that he experiences, they still put in small things here and there that shows that he's a kid.
Right.
And that's what really hammers home that you want to see him get better.
Good deal. So, Sixth Sense.
Check
great.
it out. It's on Netflix for free.
That is true. So check that out if you're in an M. Night Shyamalan mood, like if we were forced to be in. But, we don't. How do we finish these shows? Just plugs?
Yeah, where can they find us? They can find me at Bucky Furman on Twitter, also Bucky Furman on Instagram, and Bucky on Snapchat. Troy.
You can find me at Troy to the Max on Twitter. You can find us both at Review Pod on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook if you dare.
Ooh, I'm dead.
At Review Pod on the Facebooks. We're also at reviewpod.podbean.com if you wanted to visit us on our little hosting site there. But if you don't want to, that's fine, because we are also on a multitude of platforms. Any podcatcher should catch them. We're also on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. So if you want to listen to us there, awesome. And if you do, rate and review us there, because if you like the show, that helps other people find the show. And if you want to write in, you can do so at reviewpod@gmail.com. Tell us what you think of M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
What were his hits? What were his misses?
There were a few of them.
There are a bit of both in that.
Both.
So let us know on any of those platforms.
Yeah. To be honest, Troy, I'm glad that we are taking a step away from M. Night Shyamalan from here on in.
Same.
I've had my fill.
Same. There's some that I would like to revisit sometime, like Signs, maybe, to remember like if it's good or not.
Yeah.
And maybe just see movies that I started that I never finished.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like,
That's it, yeah.
I don't ever, like, all the bad ones that I've heard are bad, I don't ever want to see.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the time in the fucking world to see those, to have a terrible time now. So, like, why would I do that to myself?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Rant over.
Rant over. But, yeah, so tune in for our Thursday show where we talk about Jerry Maguire.
That's right.
And I forgot to bring this up last show, but I'll just hint at it right now. We're thinking for a theme for our Monday shows in February.
Yes.
That we are on the mission to save Troy from Boss Baby.
Thank you.
So we want your help. We are going to do some Monday reviews where we review children's films that you think old Troy to the Max's daughter would be drawn to outside of Boss Baby that would not drive Troy absolutely insane.
Right. I would prefer them to be films, just for the sake of, like, I don't want to watch, like, a ton of a series or something.
No series. We're gonna stick mostly to films, so we're not like trying to like cram like 18 episodes of some like fucking
bullshit series that ends up sucking the whole way through.
Yeah.
So, and it has to be on a streaming service.
Yeah.
Because if it's a hit, they're gonna want to watch. She's gonna want to watch it like over and over again.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do for February's Monday's episodes.
Yeah. So something preferably Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon.
Yep.
We'll see. Let us know. Even if it's not streaming, if you think it's that good, you can suggest it and we'll look into it.
Right. Every day after daycare, we come home and we watch Boss Baby. So it'd be please, a pleasant thing to watch. Anything else. Really, anything. I want to go back to Coco, but it's been a Boss Baby house for the last few weeks.
Yeah. So maybe something that like looks like Boss Baby or that is
completely opposite of Boss Baby.
yeah, that is actually like worth watching. I have a few ideas already
Cool.
that I've looked up on Netflix or something that can that might appease her in some way.
Okay.
But yeah, our Monday episodes in February, we're going to review them, and then we're going to get the scoop from Troy on whether or not she seemed interested at all in the suggestion.
Right. I'll let you know right now when we come home. I'm like, okay, Mace, what do you want to do? And she'll just say, baby. And that means to watch Boss Baby.
Yeah.
So if I can break her of that habit, we have a winner.
Here we go. And then, of course, February is going to be what I call our teddy bear month, where we talk about a movie about toys with Lego Movie and Lego Movie 2 that's coming out. And we're doing Paddington and Paddington 2.
Right. So those movies cannot be for our Monday's episodes.
No. Yeah, those are what we're doing for our main eps.
Plus, spoiler alert, I've already tried Paddington 2 and Macy wasn't into it.
Yeah.
So let that be a gauge
since
for you.
Since all four of those films will have somewhat of a family dynamic to them, we figured might as well go family with it and also help Troy in the process by trying to find a film that Macy the Max will, in fact, like over Boss Baby. It is up to you, Review Universe, to find the film that saves Troy from insanity.
Yes. That's it.
There you go.
Stop me from cutting myself.
Jesus!
I'm just kidding. Sorry. It's not that bad, but literally, every time I see it, like, I just become a dead shell husk of a man. It's a terrible fucking movie. Anyway, anytime Alec Baldwin brings up a fucking memo, this goddamn movie.
Troy can't even watch 30 Rock anymore.
And there's a scene where he fucking farts powder, and I just am over it. Anyway.
There we go. Operation No Baby coming up in February.
I stared off into nothing.
Yes.
All right. Anyway,
join us for Operation No Baby in February.
Yes. So that'll be a fun month. Anyway, until we get to
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire, I've been Troy to the Max Extreme.
J3K.
And we are on.